Hello VC, I would like to welcome you all to this video at the end of the year 2016. Happy New Year to you all. I'm going to do a quick roundup of the 20 favourite LPs that I have discovered in the wild this year. Now, some of these were grails and some of them were just fortunate pickups. So I'm just going to go through them. Some of them you'll have seen before, some of them you won't. I'm just really pleased doing this video because when I first joined the vinyl community in, I think, February of 2016, I was pretty gloomy about the kind of records that were still available in British charity shops. I was starting to think that the whole scene had, died a death. So it's so great to be able to present to you this pile of LPs, this great big wad of records, all discovered in the wild, completely unexpectedly. So here is my countdown from 20 to 1 of my favourite in the wild second-hand LPs of 2016. We have the Teardrop Explodes and Kilimanjaro, picked up at a market stand in my hometown for under a £5. An album which I've never had in my collection. I've always wanted it. I'd never seen it until this year. Michael Jackson. This one was picked up at the Bernardo's charity shop for the grand total of £3.99. The classic album Slade by Slade. This one was not in great condition, but I did clean it up and it plays okay. That was £3.50. For those of you who saw my great big enormous St John's Hospice charity warehouse clear out, you will remember that I picked up this copy of the first Stephen Stills solo album. The sleeve was in pretty bad shape, the record was alright, it was a bit dirty, but I cleaned it up and it sounds fantastic and it is a great album. At number 15, this album was a bit of a revelation to me. I'd always kind of avoided it. This is Bob Dylan's Slow Train Coming, because I think it's the first of the 3 Born Again Christian albums that he made, and I think I thought that it would be a bit worthy. It's actually a fantastic record. Brilliant guitar playing on here by Mark Knopfler, and I just love the songs. A great album. A lovely clean copy of Paul Simon, There Goes Rhyming Simon, which I picked up again from the Bernardo's store, £2.99. He was in the window. Number 13, can't show the cover because it's a bit rude. This is Roxy Music and Country Life. I'm 1 record away now from completing my Roxy collection. Picked up from my usual Saturday morning market trader. This is John Lennon, Plastic Ono Band, I think his first solo album, raw, primeval, a bit scary in places, and great to have it on vinyl. The Peter Gabriel album known as Melt, that was picked up from Vod Music, a tiny little record shop in North Wales. Fantastic record. We have the immortal Dr. Feelgood and their album Malpractice. That was a market stand purchase. That one was quite expensive. I paid £10 for that. Great album. Pub rock from Canvey Island, London. Number 9, completely unexpected, the Rolling Stones on Decca. That was £20 purchased from Oxfam, and there was quite an amusing story attached to the buying of that album, which you'll find if you go back through my videos. Number 8, we have Miles in the Sky, Miles Davis, a completely unexpected album which turned up in Oxfam for £10. One of my favourite albums by one of his really great quintets, the one with Tony Williams on drums. Brilliant album. It was great to revisit this. Number 7, another Miles Davis album. This one completely unexpectedly once again turned up in Oxfam. This one, Porky and Bess, which is one of the ones that he made with Gil Evans. I think a really underrated era of Miles Davis, this. People, like his free-blowing albums a lot, but I love the albums he made with Gil Evans. The orchestral albums are so beautiful to listen to, and this one's no exception. So, Porky and Bess by Miles Davis, and that was only £2.99. Number 6, we have This is one of the first records of the year that I bought. The Happy Mondays, Thrills, Pills and Bellyaches. I always get the album title wrong. This is an album that takes me back to my misspent youth. It sounds fantastic still. I think the Happy Mondays were a really good band. This album is produced by Paul Oakenfold and just has a really great sound to it. Moving into the top 5 now, we have a wonderful, lovely copy, mono copy of With the Beatles, which turned up unexpectedly in, I think, Oxfam. I paid between £7 and £10 for that. Sounds really good. You can't beat a bit of mono Beatles. This one, again, picked up on my enormous charity clear out, the Knickerbockers, classic American garage rock from the 1960s, discovered in a big box full of absolute rubbish. Still in the shrink from the 60s, plays beautifully. Absolutely fantastic find. Lies by the fabulous Knickerbockers. At number 3, also from the same warehouse, this is Led Zeppelin. I got my hands on it. I had to go back for it, if you remember the video, and I ended up paying the grand total of 50p. It is a repress, but it's in great condition and it sounds absolutely fantastic. 50p for Led Zeppelin 2. You can't go wrong, can you? Number 2, once again from that huge charity clear out, we have Aladdin Sane. Original Canadian pressing, bought for just a few pounds. Lovely condition. And number 1, this is my favourite in the wild purchase of the year. Purchased from a market stand, £10, but it was still in the shrink. My favourite album by this guy, John Martin, Bless the Weather. Just the most beautiful sounding record you'll ever hear in your life. Wonderful songs, wonderful singing, wonderful playing. Just an all-round fantastic album, and I'm so pleased to have picked that one up. Okay, VC, I'll be back very soon now as we get into 2017. I've got plenty more videos planned. Thank you to all my subscribers. I've gone over 300 subs now. I don't think I'm going to do a competition just yet. I think there's been a lot of contests recently, so I'm going to wait for a little while, but I'm just so pleased to have hit the magic 300. Thank you very much indeed for all your love and support, and I look forward to watching plenty of your videos as we move forward into this new year. So take care, and I'll see you all very soon.